Okay, really rare piece of Saleen history right here, 1992. That in and of itself is probably the lowest production year of the Foxbodies of actual production, not including 84, but production, right?
Exactly, 17 cars.
Dang. And you know what, considering the times and the recessions and things that are going on, people were probably not buying cars like this.
No.
I would say Porsches and Ferraris, everybody's sales went down.
Everybody's sales went down.
So having one of these in here is pretty amazing. And it's what, right? It's what?
It's a factory supercharged car.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's 12,000 original miles.
Yeah.
Still has the original Comp TAs on it.
Man, where do you find this stuff?
I've been playing with these cars for many years, and when you have an opportunity to buy a 92, you can't say, well, I want a red one or a blue one. If you have an opportunity to buy a 92, you buy a 92.
Yeah, right. It was
a key
amazing
piece for our collection. We try to have something of every year, if at all possible. Sometimes we'll do duplicates, convertible and a hardtop.
Well, I mean, for 92, I mean, I'm seeing a CD player. It's supercharged, 17-inch wheels, like Recaro seats, right?
That was the big thing for 92, and that, 92 and 93 seem to be a lot of the people's favorite years because the Recaro seats are a lot more comfortable than the flow fits. And then the other nice thing is they don't twist. They don't have that Mustang seat twist like you get in the standard Mustang and in a flow fit seat.
Yeah, because they're not wireframe, they're actually a stamped steel back.
Exactly. And then, state of the art in the time, 17-inch wheels.
Yeah.
It just gave the car a real modern look. And then on top of it, the way that Ford integrated the body moldings being the same color as the car, it just, for some reason, when you park a 92 or 93 next to an earlier car, it just looks like a more modern car.
It definitely does. It updated the car as far as looks when Ford did that.
The only bad thing I have to say about a 90 and up car is what? Is the airbag steering wheel. I really prefer that 89 and older Momo. It felt better in your hands, and it would tilt.
Yep,
but
that doesn't tilt at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. The airbag wheel is not necessarily one.
But we didn't have any choice because we had to use all the safety. They had to use all the safety stuff that Ford.
But still, these cars, I guess with the 17-inch wheels and especially the 93s, they do drive better. Just the chassis itself.
Definitely.
Ford made improvements. Saleen made improvements.
And then what else helped?
A supercharger.
The subframe connectors.
Yes. Oh,
because
right.
remember, in 90, you had subframe connectors. And the cool thing about the subframe connectors is they always seem to match the color of the strut tower brace.
Oh.
So if you have a black tower brace, you typically have black subframe connectors. Because I get asked that question all the time, that people are doing a quick restoration of a car, cleaning it up, and the paint chipped off something, like, I don't know what color this was. And I'm like, rattle can black for the connectors if
the strut brace is black.
Strut brace is black.
Okay, that's a good note. A little tip from your friend Mark. But it's influence. I see European influence, especially with the wheels. That's something that you saw.
It's
in
the Miami
Porsches.
Vice look is what I like to call it.
Yeah, the white.
I always liked the cars with the white wheels, and my nickname was Vanilla Mark because I had a Mustang SVO with Saleen wheels all the way around because the 16x8s fit.
Yep.
And Vanilla Ice, remember, he had a white Mustang with white wheels.
Yep.
And that was one of my nicknames.
Man, that's
wasn't the
hilarious.
worst nickname, but that was the one I can say on camera.
That's funny. Okay, 92 production, 17 total cars. Of that, 5 were convertibles.
5 were convertibles that were supercharged, and 5 were hardtops that were supercharged.
So 10 total supercharged cars
10.
for 92.
And think about that. How many Mustang enthusiasts are out there versus Saleen enthusiasts? And there's only 17 cars that were built. How many still exist? We're not really sure, but I guarantee you not all 17 are around.
Yeah, and it's a very unique year for Saleen. And then of course 93 grew, and then 94 on.
Correct.
Really, but the cars, this being first year for Recaros, first year for a U.S. delivered factory supercharged car, although I think there are supercharged cars that were one of ones, but
Right.
for this to be a year that you could actually go.
Right, you could check the box when you ordered it, and you could order that supercharger, and that's how it was delivered to the dealership.
Yeah, yeah, and that makes a difference. Now, you know.
And you could get leather. You could get the full leather Recaro interior. That was another option too.
Right.
It was very expensive, but it was really nice.
The previous things with the supercharger, it's like to say that that's something that was done as a regular production thing is a big deal in '92.
And it was warranted.
Yeah.
That's the other nice thing too.
Excellent.
The cool thing about this car is that it's still stock. You know, when Saleen did the supercharger, it was just the A-trim 5-pound blower. They did the Motorsport shorty headers on it, stock 19 pound-per-hour injectors, and stock Ford cats, stock cat back.
Yep.
Because it still had to pass emissions.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned before in a previous video of we were doing 93 supercharged cars, which you can check that out. The tube that goes from
the discharge tube.
Yeah, it's plastic.
Right. And it had that Vortec moan, just ooh.
Oh yeah, we let off the throttle.
When you let off the throttle, exactly.
But these cars drive really great. They have the later progressive rate springs, and it's a really awesome vehicle to drive in. The convertibles get better as they age, especially in the Fox.
Oh yeah,
because they like to twist and turn. But it's an amazing vehicle. This thing's in great shape.
Thanks.
How many miles were on it?
Like 12,000 original miles.
12,000. Cool. Awesome, man. Well, look, thanks for letting us get this one off the list.
Definitely. I'm so glad we were able to let everybody take a look at it.
So that's awesome. And it runs, guys. This thing runs. It's got an original Motorcraft battery in it. So this is a unique piece, something you're not going to see everywhere. And like Mark said, if you find a 92, a documented Saleen, you really should jump on it. They're very rare, very rare. Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate you.
Thanks for coming down.
Mark, thanks so much for having us here at the bunker, as you call it. Really appreciate you letting us be a part of this. How can people find you?
Probably the easiest is through Facebook. I do monitor that a little bit quicker than the website. We also have a website at performanceautosport.com. But feel free to reach out. Try to return messages as quickly as possible. But as you can imagine, after doing these videos, we're getting a few.
Yeah.
Definitely. But we're happy to help. If you need any help with consultation with a collection you have, 1 or 2 cars you have, help with an insurance company, we're there. We also offer appraisals, and we're always looking to buy cars. So if you have anything that's for sale that you think might be looking good on one of these racks in here, feel free to reach out.
Thanks so much for having us here, man. Reach out to Mark. Be sure to go to puristmotorsports.com. There's some content there. We're trying to get a lot more there. That's why we're working with Mark. We want to bring information to you all of stories. There's a couple of stories of cars that have been rescued. One particular is a Saleen. The other one is a full-on, dead-on, accurate clone. You got to check it out. So go to puristmotorsports.com and make sure you subscribe.
Also, if you want us to come out and look at your collection or help, reach out to Bob, because we're more than happy to come out and feature your collection or your group of cars.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That would be a great time. Thanks, Mark. As always, whether you're driving them or restoring them, always enjoy them. Peace.